Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3. Now, before we start this episode, there's a couple things we need to talk about. The end of last episode, the game froze on us and crashed, which meant I had to go back to my last autosave, which was September 13th. So I basically had to replay from September 13th and I played up to November 5th. I think I stopped on October 31st before, but I went just a little bit further because I lost track of how much in-game time had passed and just kind of overran a little bit. So down here, the fascist Spain hasn't done quite as good against the allies down here as they did the last time. They didn't quite rip them all out, but we have basically collapsed their pocket. They're pretty much out of supplies through here, so taking out the rest of these guys is pretty much just a matter of time. Hungary and Romania and Bulgaria are eating away at Yugoslavia. I do have a little bit of rebellion here, that I'm taking care of. This pocket is pretty much done for. They are mostly out of supplies. Some of the units still are in supply, so we're basically just waiting to kind of starve them out. Same thing with these guys. This little tiny pocket here, which is probably tens of thousands of men, has some supplies left, so we're just gonna... I'm basically at the point where I'm like, I don't need to take casualties on this stuff, so I'm not going to. So this pocket is starving its way out. And Moscow. As you can see, there's tons and tons and tons and tons of Soviet troops in here, which means I'm going to have to change up my tactics and try to do something else. And by that, I mean I'm going to have to do that thing where you kind of let them out and then counterattack. So I'm going to be working on that this episode pretty soon. I'm probably going to spend the winter setting up the trap, and then as soon as we can campaign next season, we'll spring it. And I just realized that we're having some supply issues over here. Do I have... I'm pretty sure I have supply planes nearby. So we are going to set up a supply mission, air supply, for, let's say, this area of the front right here. Accept. Good. All right, so we're gonna have to change tactics on Moscow. I have started another encirclement, and I think it's a pretty good size one right here, based around Tula and Oral. The encirclement is basically complete at this point. I got 2 provinces in on each side, and then had to stop during the muddy season, and then restarted it when during the snap freeze, right there. In honor of Robert Strader, I was keeping track of casualties for that time period there, and oh my God, I can't believe he does this sometimes. But counting up all the casualties, I did kind of round a little bit, so it's not exact numbers because I was kind of driving myself a little bonkers with that. The rounding only accounts for a few tens or hundreds of people, not that much. The Soviet casualties from September 13th up to November 5th were 969,400 men. The German casualties were 93,000. Most of those were them us trying to break out of the Moscow encirclement here. Almost everything there was them trying to get out of Moscow. I know there's something else I wanted to talk about. Bulgaria is doing just about as good as they were. I've got some forces pushing around down over here. There is something I wanted to talk about, some piece. I was just reading some comments, and some people were a little frustrated that, it takes me a couple days to respond to when people make comments, and that is that's just the nature of how I have this, how I have to record. I have to record in batches of usually 3 to 4 episodes at a time. So sometimes an episode will go up and I won't be able to respond on screen until to something someone says for several days. And I do apologize for that, but I mean, this is not my full-time job. When it is my full-time job, that won't be a problem, but it's not right now, so I do have to record it in batches. And we are like 4 minutes in of just talking. So now, one ring outside of Moscow is these provinces right here. So this is what I hate, was we're going to have to give up a bunch of land. So I guess we just have to do it. Start moving these units away. So let's say here. Well, let's clear out this ring first. Let's clear out the ring, and then we'll work on everything else. Except we'll wait for this combat to end because it's fucking ridiculous right now. All right, so let's get playing here. been a little bit. I'm very looking forward to knocking the Allies out of Spain here. It's been pretty cool. It's been pretty cool. They've basically starved themselves out. They have no supplies. Let's see here. Here we have some fresh units. Well, here, well, let's take one. I just want to show you. We'll take one unit and attack. Oh, wait, there we go. Let's just do this. No supplies there. We'll just overrun it. Yep. They can't defend. They cannot defend. They have nothing. All right, now what we need to do is try to, like these pockets need to get reduced before, preferably, well, you know, in the long run, it doesn't really matter when they get reduced. If I could do it right now by force of arms, or I could wait and starve it out. That's the thing. I could do it either way. And these frickin' partisans right here are actually proving problematic. But I'm honestly thinking if we bomb the shit out of them, then they'll stop being problematic. A lot of people have been saying, nuke Moscow. I don't have nukes. It's 1942. A lot of people have been saying use your V1s on Moscow. I have been trying that. It doesn't do jack shit. Like you can see, I've hit the radar installations. I've tried hit. You know, nothing touches these fortresses. I don't have. I would need 100 times more bombers than I have to completely reduce their IC and keep it reduced so they couldn't get supplies in there. And even then, I think that, you know, like the frickin' AI would find a way. I do have, let's see, where is it? Urban fighting equipment coming. Some people did point that out. I did not see it on there, so that's where I was with the urban combat thing. I didn't know that was a thing that was on there that I could get. All right, let's take you guys out. They're actually, you know, we got our militia coming in here, so we should be able to get that okay. Oh, god damn it. These guys are just popping up all over the place all of a sudden. So, Seville fell. Probably nothing here. Nope. There's nobody there. This is annoying the bejesus out of me, but we have the militia coming up, so. Alrighty, we gotta pull back. I hate having to pull back. Pull our units out. Let the, you know, there are forts here, but they're... Oh god, there are forts in all of these provinces, aren't there? Forts and hills and forests, but I can win. I can win. Some of these guys did have a little bit of organization left, but it's gone now, basically. Aero engine. Very nice. The problem with these pockets is that they put a big gap in the supply lines. I hate that. We did build a little bit of infrastructure off screen. I think we should be okay. We won that battle. Good. Alrighty, attack commenced. So we are attacking, right here. Good. Now what I'm thinking is, in some of, like sometimes, you know what? No. I gotta... Is this a... Wait, is that a VP? It is a VP. Let's do this. If I could grab a VP easily, might as well do it. Might as well do it. Alright, you... Let's see if we can do this. It's here, some units there. Take out these Soviets. We gotta start trying to reduce this pocket. I want to get this one done quickly. This battle has been raging for pretty much that entire, like, 6 week period I had been playing the game. Pretty intense. We're done up there. Let's see. Anything here? Nope. They're immediately retreating from a lot of these battles because they have zero organization. Let's try these guys. No, they still have some organization here, but they have lack of supplies, which means we don't need to attack them. If we wanted to... Oh, and I just realized what I forgot to do. Somebody did suggest a name. Let's see. Viewer Thorn? Thorn was the name, and he said he wanted the Sagittarii Hungarium, which basically means the Hungarians' archers in Latin. All right, we need to take this province right here to prevent anybody from escaping. These guys are out of supplies, so they're not going to be launching any attacks. Which means we need supply planes, which are where? I know I have more somewhere. There, that's an air supply. No, let's take a look here. They got to be on here somewhere. Let's see. Fighter, JG-52. Transport wing. Second transport wing. Third transport wing. Oh, here we go. Ah, damn it, they're out of range. That sucks. Where was the second one? Oh, way down here in Sevastopol. 8, 2, 2. A lot of... Oh, here's a 10. Get these guys close to the front lines. That'll help. You there. Start finally taking these guys out. Apparently I sent some armor back. They must have... This guy must have been nearby. Alright, so let's get the flank in here. Take some of these units out. I think we have... Oh, those are the transports. Air supply. Support attack. Oop, nope. Support attack. Thank you. Support attack. Thank you. Oh, I got some tanks there. Looks like we managed to break through right there. If we could drop in supplies, Operation Torch. Fuck. I knew that was coming, I just didn't know exactly when it was. Fall Anton in German was the codename for the military occupation of Vichy, France. So we're going to take Vichy, France. So the United States should have just thrown up a ton of units here. Looks like... Well, what I can do is tell Italy to head over here and see what happens. I mean, what I've seen happen in the past was the Americans beat the crap out of the Italians, and then when they lost their bonuses, the Italians beat the crap out of the Americans. So I guess we'll see. If I need to send troops over there, I will. Casablanca, Rabat. Okay, they just spawned in their units. God damn it! These partisans are annoying the absolute hell out of me. Just because it's making my borders look freaking awful. Okay, so attack with some medium bombers. Trust me, guys, I've been getting a little bit frustrated with this game as of late. Fort modifier must be the what's it called right now? The winter settling in. Alright, that was over here. That was a defensive battle. Thought we had units moving over here, but I guess we don't. Let's complete the encirclement. That's a good, healthy amount of troops right there. These guys must have ran. A lot of these guys, I think, ran out of supplies up here. Because the supplies getting through this area, not happening. Let's see here. I think we'll be okay once we reduce this pocket, because I think that's that's proving very problematic for us, having it in the way of our supply lines. Not used to actually having supply problems in this playthrough, because I took care of it properly. At least I thought I did. This pocket, once it's completed, it'll definitely starve out. Give them energy for money? Sure, I have plenty of energy. Yep, so they had then spawned in some units. I mean, although, frankly, if we... Well, they can get supplies in through here, but if we close off Gibraltar, should be able to get into the Mediterranean. Oh, them attacking here is stupid. Because they barely have any organization. Aw. They must have moved somebody in here. Somebody with 5.2 organization. Because they're basically out of supplies here. So let's see. Do you think we could take Cadiz? There might be somebody there. Maybe somebody not. Looks like there's a unit there, but my guys are moving straight on in. Alrighty. Really got to clean up here, because this has gotten super ugly. Super, super, super ugly. Just want to expand this out a little bit. Reduce this pocket. I want to get the lines away from Moscow. I want to make sure Moscow's nice and isolated. Oh, come on again. Who are you? There we go. You take care of that. These guys are having no luck whatsoever. It is a marsh. Guess we have to actually send in real units. Take care of this. The problem with these rebellions is they get worse. They get worse before they get better. Alrighty, so let's throw you here. And you here. Try to relieve some pressure here, relieve some pressure there. 17.2. Alright, we are making progress. They are still attacking here. I don't even know what these casualties are like in this battle here. They've got to be through the freaking roof, though, because they're sending dozens, if not hundreds of units at me. We lost a battle. Ooh, that was an ugly battle, too. I'm going to try counterattacking. What's the fort modifier? Not too bad, actually. Nuclear research. Use light armor. Let's see. So nuclear research is under secret, right? Or is it under industry? There it is. Isotope separation. I wasn't planning on going all nukey, but I guess I gotta. Long-range aircraft production, short-range aircraft production, submarine construction cost. All this construction stuff. Supply production looks like I forgot about, even though it was almost done. $40.5. Okay, that's a pretty suicidal attack right there, so we're gonna stop it. We're gonna send some reinforcements over this way. Apparently, we left this province open. Send you back. Take these partisans out. Take those partisans out. Amphibious light armor. Take that off. Alright, we're winning battles down here. Cutting them off from the supplies even more. Which is great. I mean, if we can completely eliminate their supply routes into the Mediterranean, we should be set. And I mean, right here... I mean, they don't have much. I don't know how is... I'm not sure how Operation Torch goes. I guess we'll see in the long run. Go here. How they doing here? Not doing great in this. Well, we're defending well. This attack is going not great. 2.2. Now, really badly actually. So let's call that off. That's probably a lot of losses there. About 1 to 1. It's not exactly something you can complain about. Still whipping their men in these suicidal attacks. Ah, Gibraltar fell again. Good. Alright, so that's gone. They have no ports. They have no supplies. They have nothing left. Yep, they got nothing. So that was an utter disaster for them, again. You're gonna take that guy out. So you attack there. Some real units will do the trick. These guys are all nice and cut off. We just need to make sure they stay cut off. And we're having massive supply problems again. Alright, but if as long as we could reduce the pocket in general scope, we should be okay. You attack here, please. No, I doubt these guys are suffering from lack of supplies. No, they're not. Yes, we're going to start getting that. Hopefully the Italians can do something. Bulgarians are doing amazing. Really loving the Bulgarians. And we're pretty much out of spare units here. Why is the supply situation over here so bad? Maybe it's because it stops, like, right here. We have one. These are expeditionary troops, so I'm not terribly concerned about them. They're somebody else's problem. That's how I look at it. Anything good coming off the production queue? Infrastructure. Got some infantry, infrastructure, planes, motorized, panzer divisions. A lot of good stuff coming off, actually. We have supplies. Right, let's collapse this pocket here. We need to free up these troops. Taking care of Moscow is going to be a bitch and a half. A lot of people have basically been saying things like, well, frankly, the AI is cheating. You might as well cheat as well because it's not fun watching, you know, this travesty. All right, now, these guys had their supply problems. Yes, we can force of arms here now. And just take those guys out, because I want to reduce that little bit right there. Attack, attack. Already moving in. Keep reducing this pocket. Moving over here. Good. Keep squashing it on down. Who do we got here? So yeah, there's a couple units here that still have organization, so we're going to cancel that. What I'm hoping is that well, I mean, why don't we try that first? Luring the units out. I think that's a better idea right now. So they're still getting their butts kicked. How about some supply planes? See if we can get them in there. Supply, air supply. Hopefully they don't sit there waiting for a while. Ah, they are already flying out. Good. Good. Nice. Ah, that really helped the combat. How are you doing? Are you holding up? You're holding up. You, for now, you're holding up. Ooh, something someone else suggested. This guy, is it this guy? No, that's Van Manstein. Level 6. Ah, this guy. He's maxed out at skill level 3. Said it might be because he needs a promotion, so we're going to try doing that. I didn't even think about that. Oh, come on. Alright, so let's give him a promotion. And hopefully he'll get a higher skill level. Higher skill set. Alright, let's see here. You attack down here for me. Just like that. Give him a little aid. Yeah, those guys are going to crack. Ooh, won that battle. 2,800 casualties to 17,000. Although, frankly, we're at the point in the game where freaking casualty counts don't matter for shit, do they? When the AI has quite literally unlimited manpower. River crossing penalty. There's a river crossing penalty there? I didn't think there was. Attacking up here, good. Nice. This is pretty good. This is a nice extra pocket we made. Extra pocket. Ooh. Strategic. Now, does that allow me to actually build V2s? Flying rocket. Boom. Construction time. Is that 24 days or 240 days? Can't actually tell. Well, let's see here. Let's compare the two. Strategic attack. 60 is to 40. Better defense. Better range. Better speed. Much more fuel. Alright, so let's start building... Oh, 24 days. That's not too bad. Can't do too many. Get those V2s going. But that's why I kind of built... I went crazy with the V1s, because when the V2s came around, I wanted to be able to build them and have that practical up. What's this? Oh, that's one of the satellite states. This is becoming problematic. Oh, God. Why are supplies not getting out here? The infrastructure is great. This supply line right here is bad. Well, it's getting built up. It's almost as high as it'll go. Like one more day and it'll be built up to the point where... Oh, come on, so many pop-ups. Suicidal attacks again. Yes, I'm aware. Alright, so the little pocket up here is completely gone. Vichy France, I mean, they could try to put up a fight here. Wiping out one division seems very easy. I mean, if I told Vichy France to actually attack here, would they do it? We'll see. I honestly don't know if they would or not. Getting attacked over here again. I think we have a really good defense modifier, though, so we should be fine. Are there planes here? There are. You guys, actually, you guys just stay there. I have a couple fresh divisions here we can throw in. These ones were just constructed. Well, the most recently constructed ones. We'll throw those in. Who are you? Ah, this was somebody I pulled off one of the lines and then strategically redeployed down here. That's what these guys are. So we're going to bring you right up here. All you got to do is hang out for reinforcements. Man, they are not happy with this encirclement, are they? So again, a lot of these attacks are pretty suicidal. I'm getting really nervous about the supply situation because I honestly thought it was perfectly fine. I didn't realize that it was so critical in some of these areas up here. Nothing's getting through to these guys. Nothing. And a lot of these units are literally out of organization. Which is a little frustrating for me right now because I'm looking like the best infrastructure goes through there. So what's preventing it from getting up here? Well, some of it's still upgrading, so maybe we just wait and it'll get better and hopefully the Soviets won't attack me. Oh, I don't like that idea. See, this is the problem here, is we have to wait, we would have to wait for hundreds of divisions to move for this to be worth it. Are we still not done up here? Send these guys in to do some of these assaults. Alright, basically done down. Look at that. Spain cleaned up again. I did send a little help in, but everybody got cleaned up. Yugoslavia. I don't know if any of the VPs have fallen yet. Look at that. That's one theater right there. No, basically none of their VPs have fallen. But they're there. They're getting close. Alright, well, I got you guys updated. I think Moscow is causing supply problems over here. Maybe when I take out this pocket and this pocket and the supplies can get around easier, maybe then it'll clean up a little bit. But it's a pretty critical supply situation, which I didn't realize I was having. I might have to really think hard about what I want to do about that. But anyway, what we need to do is clean up the partisans, no big deal there. We need to collapse this pocket, no big deal there. This one's going to be a little bit more problematic because they are much stronger in this pocket than they were in that one over there. And we can actually throw in some reinforcements there. You guys are still good. Alright, I think we're as good as we're going to get right now. Oi. I don't see, this battle's literally gone on for months. I want to end this episode, but I keep thinking of more things I want to do. I want to check on this. I want to check on that. I want to do this. I want to do that. Let's see, 2.3, 2.2. I guess we'll just end it. Yeah, this is taking a little bit longer. We'll have to end it. So before the really good winter sets in, I definitely want to get this reduced, these taken care of. Probably not going to be able to completely do this one in, but we can starve them out and just wait for them to run out of supplies. That'll be simple enough. Ah, that was a good. That was a good. You know, tertiary attack, because we had our primary attack, a secondary attack, and then that's always our tertiary attack. Grabbed huge swaths of Soviet territory. And I have some pretty ambitious plans for my coming offensive, if I can get my supply situation under control. So everybody, if you've enjoyed this episode, just drop me a like, leave me those comments right down below. And if you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3, just subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.